All them late nights, me and them walls got acquainted. Basquiat with the hammer, plenty pictures I done painted. I'm judged by the charges, shit, mama nearly fainted. My hood been Iraq, and bricks like the Navy in the kitchen, whipping gravy, try and get it for the baby. I wouldn't say a name if them motherfuckers paid me. Remember sitting in that cell, Jordan and McGrady. That's 23 and 1, window blocked so I can't see the sun. Push-ups 100 down all the way to 1. Just caught another case like I ain't just beat a gun. Somebody on the phone tripping, she won't let him see his son. Go ahead with your shit, go ahead with your list. Them niggas that you think hard, me and them no mix. But everybody banging no, everybody riding. Out of state screaming out blocks, we be sliding. Good on your welcome home if you wasn't screaming free me. Mine on the mill behind that wall, hold up, free me. Tinted Impalas, we probably pile up for the mission. Lord, I know I'm contradicting, but I'm praying that we hit him. Wasn't thinking about his mother before we got him, but we get him. Pray my mama don't never gotta identify a victim. We rap those things. Get some clients if they're trapped on blame. My daughter asking what them tattoos mean. Shit, first you feel sad and you feel mad. In the mirror like, what if she want a nigga like her dad? So I've been trying to chill, I've been focused on the bag. I'm sorry if this ain't the type of shit to make you dab. Nice to that cell, don't know I'm coming home or not. You hear that door close, I still hear that shit locked. I'm back for my loyalty, still hit him shots. Metal cuffs left a mark, allergic to them cops. And niggas fuck with him when he's spitting in the light. He fighting for his life, he can't even get a kite. Shit, all I know is gunplay, I know I gotta get it though. God asked Chris Paul, how he let them Clippers go. Just try to speak, get the stale face. No, I got a hell date. Tell they eat good, to lock be a well steak. Wifey know where I put the bell cake. I take the gel case before I take the shell cake. Leaning off these Minnesotas, pop another Viking. Shit really happened, I don't be rapping, I just write this shit. This would look sound like another day, another movie. So I'm usually out of town, shopping around with a Carucci. Only connect with G shit, me and my guys Gucci. We think that test loyalty, time, money, and cool. He talk too much, you pay attention, play that nigga loosey, bring light on the transaction, pull up in the hoopty, pray I make it to my destination. Niggas try and do me, I gotta hit them hitters, it's gonna be a Call of Duty. Be laid blowing fruity with a cutie, getting chewy, while I'm playing with a cootie, finger sticky, shit be gooey. Put a bag on your head, she really line you for a Louis. Thank God he survived, them doctors stitch him like a Gucci. Outside lurking, they wonder why I be tripping. Shit, suitcase stuff, he was in them streets tripping. You know, suitcase trip, never mind that. Cops put the pressure, niggas asking where they sign at. First day home, I grabbed it, where you find that? Cop new watch, just can't get the time back. Sickening, thought a nigga never get to spit again. Mama keeps saying pray for mama, I don't think he listening, why should he now? I be like, Reaper with that hoodie down, tell cuz hit the lights, let me out, pull around work time. I might make a movie if you let me know designer. We can't put in work in Louis or Giuseppe, too wild. That's why they ain't open to sign me, they only red bottoms cause I stepped over the body. I die for this goon gang, ride with these grips out. Think we eat Chinese food and chopsticks out. Keep the work at what's the name crib, shit brick house. Cuz took the wrong pill, fuck around and tripped out. Almost rapped about the body, nigga got a slip mouth. Went and caught another bid, baby mama dipped out like the sticky up.
Hello, hello. Why am I echoing like that? Oh, that's nasty. Bear with me just a second. What is going on? Oh. Nasty, nasty echo. See if I turn this down. How's it sound? That sounds so echoey, right? Someone let me know in the chat. I've been playing with everything. Ah, it's coming through there. That's why. It's coming through my desktop audio. Can you still hear me on caffeine? Yes, you can. Brilliant. Okay. I'm London Jen. And this is Jen O'Clock News. It's Jen O'Clock. How is everybody doing? Happy Wednesday. I know I've been up and down. I know I haven't stuck the schedule, but it's because I've been getting my ish together. This caffeine thing has been a nightmare for me to sort out. But now that I have now sorted out the technology, now I've got all the things that I need, and I think I've sorted out the technology. I thought I had. I can be coming to you on a regular basis daily at 10 o'clock, which is ideally 2 p.m. UK time, 9 a.m. Eastern time, and 6 a.m. Pacific or thereabouts. But it's always 10 o'clock when I come to you with the news. And we've got some big news to talk about today. You've seen the thumbnail. Ebony and Ivory split. The fallout of the Vixen and Miss Hustle battle has been somewhat epic. We're going to talk about it. It started very cordially and it kind of exploded long after they battled. So yeah, we're going to talk about that because there's long-lasting ramifications. And also, Tsunami Surf is on Rolling Loud, up there with some of the best in hip hop on one of the biggest festivals in the world, Rolling Loud New York, or their New York stop festival, whatever. Rolling Loud New York, Sea Surf is on it. How fire is that? We're going to talk about it. And also I've got a UK battle to bring you as well. There's construction on cue. There's construction going on in the back. I've been waiting for them to finish. They were really loud at one point. It sounded like there were 17 pneumatic drills going on. I'm trying to keep an eye on the sound levels to make sure it's not too loud, but I think we're okay. I think we are okay, but we're going to get to the news. And yeah, first of all, the first topic to talk about is Sue Surf on Rolling Loud. So he comes out and says something to be proud of for the non-biased battle culture. How biased? Anyway. And drops the flyer, Rolling Loud flyer. Sue Surf is on the Sunday, September 25th. Headlined by Future. You can see 21 Savage there as well. Big Sean, Pusha T, Ski Master, Slump God, St. John, Fat Joe, Oliver Tree, Dave Loach, Benny the Butcher, and 100 other names. And that's just on the Sunday. Like I said, one of the biggest hip-hop festivals globally, worldwide. It is epic that Sue Surf is on it. And obviously it means, not that it means more, but Surf had that crazy viral Rolling Loud bar from the twerk battle that Rolling Loud, in fact, reposted themselves. And there was a lot of talk if you know, Surf should get on Rolling Loud now, and look what happened. Crazy, massive achievement for a battle rapper to be on Rolling Loud. Good morning, comments. Good morning. Let's talk battle rap. Is that you, France? Start my morning with this. It's a pleasure to come and talk to the people this morning. King Philly, what up? Mo, good morning. We're going to get to your battle in a little while. We've got some battle rap news to talk about. But yeah, Surf is one of the most successful and also one of the nicest, let's be real, one of the nicest battle rappers to make music, to put out music. How loud is this construction? Am I going to have to close my windows? Let me know if the banging is really loud. They're building some huge thing right by me and there's just noise all day long. So let me know if the mic picks it up. Surf is turning mainstream. Well, I think Surf has had a mainstream presence for some time. He's very well respected by his rapper peers in the industry. He's got several collabs. He's got, you know, a project with Mozzie, a whole mixtape. People are dying for the next, and you know, for that to be a series. Blood Cousins, Mozzie. If you don't know about Mozzie, get to know. He's just signed with CMG. My guys my guy's label, Yo Gotti's label. Big artist. He's got, you know, music with Jim Jones, Benny the Butcher, Beanie Siegel. He's and even without those names co-signing him and, you know, wanting to work with him, he's he puts out amazing projects. He makes amazing music. He just dropped was it the Unbothered three freestyle in a kind of ongoing diss track war, and dropped a whole diss track which was not a diss track, which was kind of, you know, shots at everybody without it being shots at anybody, and he called it Unbothered, and he did 1 million views in a very short space of time. He's, you know, he transcends battle rap. Obviously this also comes after Surf was cancelled allegedly. Let me just, I've got a little mojito here. It's The Sun has come out in the UK. This is why, you know, I've got my colours today. It's very warm over here. Bikini Week is definitely coming. I think we're hitting 30 over here, which is about, what is that, 100 or something over there. So my apartment gets really, really warm, and I can't just have loud fans running. So we'll have to see how that goes. But back to Surf. He was battle rap cancelled, which means, you know, he was blasted on the timeline for quite a long time actually, and referenced in battles, but not cancelled at all. Obviously the Surf biting conspiracy or controversy, whatever you call it, Surf did not steal. Check the files. Go and, you know, if you want my opinion, Surf did not steal. He was he lacked in creativity, but he didn't steal those bars. But what he did do is flip it into a positive, and he got everyone talking about him, which for Surf is a great thing. He stays relative without having to battle, and also he made merch out of it. He stole Deanna Henny Man has a "Don't Steal My Hoodie," and Surf has a hoodie saying "I stole this hoodie," which he used to flip the stolen freestyle bars. So yeah, he is one to capitalize off a situation. So it's no surprise that him being the artist that he is, and also being the marketing and PR genius that he is, or, you know, Maven, is that a woman's name? I think you only call a woman a Maven. Svengali, let's call him a Svengali, media and PR Svengali. He managed to turn it into a Rolling Loud performance, and I think this, yeah, it's a great look for him. It's a great look for the culture. It puts, anytime battle rap is mentioned outside the confines of the fans, the supporters, the people who know this sort of stuff anyway and who tune in, I think it's a great thing. And for Surf to be elevated up there to that status, super dope, and no less than he deserves. What do you think? Did you have Surf cancelled? Someone was saying he was stealing. Yeah, uncreative, you say stealing, whatever, but, you know, was he cancelled for you? Was he a write-off? Does this change anything in your mind? Do you even think is it a big deal? Is it a big deal for you? What do you think? It's a little cancelled, a little fire, a little dope. What is it? A little. Does Surf get his props? Does he get his props? His tweet was inherently salty, even when he's celebrating his own wins. Something to be proud of. He could have ended there. Something to be proud of, and he would have got just as much love. I don't think you need to throw the shade in there for the non-biased battle culture. I think the vast majority of the battle culture will be supportive for something like this. does Surf get biased? Surf, I guess he courts it. He courts and seeks not controversy, but he knows exactly what he's doing, and I think for Surf, he epitomizes that all publicity is good publicity. He's not he's he has that quality where it's the good and the bad kind of affects him pretty equally, and he doesn't necessarily suffer some of the negative consequences that others would suffer, like if they did some of this stuff, or if they were in that position, if their name was dragged through the mud, if they had half of the culture cancelling or suspending them, as Jav says, they wouldn't survive in the way that he does. But they also don't spin it necessarily like he does. They don't have the star power, the draw, whatever. So yeah, Surf is a bit salty there, but he always is. Regardless, I think it's a dope thing. I do think Surf gets his props. Absolutely, I do think he gets his props. I think sometimes it's easy to pay attention to the negative. I don't know how much negative he gets as opposed to positive, but that's the world. The world likes to focus on drama and negativity, and often it's because these guys are accessible. You can say you're trash, and you might get a response. So when you want a response from your favorite battle rapper, or just a battle rapper you admire, you might tend to throw a little more shade out there than necessary. But like I say, either way, it doesn't seem to affect him. He occupies both the good guy and the bad guy role equally well, and it seems to be equally profitable for him. So salute to him. I definitely want to see more opportunities. Hopefully this will open doors and inspire other artists, other battle rappers to kind of do the same thing, and inspire, open up doors from opportunities outside. So yeah, shout out to Surf. Absolute congratulations. How do I get that back? I think it's really cool. Moving on to the next subject now, talking about cancel culture and that sort of thing. Where's my thing gone? Joey Badass has come out to speak on the, what's my caffeine screen saying? Damn. Okay, we're good. So Joey Badass has come out to address some controversy that Lizzo found herself in. Now, on a recent song, she put out a song recently. I think it's Grr. We'll talk about it. But she had a ableist slur on there, which she was called out for and removed. Now, Joey Badass doesn't agree with this. Doesn't think she should have done it, and he says to Lizzo, or he says on that subject, "I ain't never apologizing to white America." Let me just log in to caffeine so I can see. Catch up. Okay. So he says the conversation about cancel culture includes the rapper reflecting on his own past prejudice. So he owns up to some stuff as well. After facing backlash online, Lizzo decided to change specific lyrics on girls. Some social media users called out the performer for using the word spaz in the song, but Joey Badass took issue with the criticism. "It's been brought to my attention there's a harmful word in my new song. Let me make one thing clear. I never want to promote derogatory language," says Lizzo. As a fat black woman in America, I have had many hurtful words used against me, so I understand the power words can have, whether intentionally or, in my case, unintentionally. She announced that there will be a new version, which is in fact out now. It was updated as she made the statement without the offensive term. She said, as an influential artist, I'm dedicated to being part of the change I've been waiting to see in the world. Now, Joey Badass comes out and says, y'all are too soft. He took to Twitter to share his thoughts on the negative reactions to Lizzo's latest single. He focused specifically on addressing Caucasians in the United States. He says, Lizzo getting flack for using spaz is crazy. White people just be waiting for you to say anything remotely off. I'll be the first to tell y'all can suck my Daffy Duck. I ain't never apologizing to white America. Hold my namineries. This generation is too soft. Most of y'all never got punched in the face, and it shows, he says. He also admits to his own homophobia in the past before changing his views. He says, by the way, am I still cancelled? Not that I care, but I'm asking because if this is what cancelled looks like, I might just start saying everything that comes to my mind. Ain't nobody in real life ever tell me I was cancelled, only on the internet, so I'm confused. The internet told me I was cancelled because I was homophobic and transphobic, and honestly, that was news to me. How do you know me better than I know myself? Now, he admitted to being homophobic as a teenager and insensitive to the feelings of LGBTQ individuals and making anti-gay jokes at the time. However, he says he's grown a lot over the last 11 years. I judge people based on energy. That's it. I got love for everybody who got love for me, even the mother frying pans who don't, asserted the 27-year-old pro-era member. So, do we agree with Joey Badass? Is this generation too soft? Are they pandering to the white people who are just waiting for the remotest thing or the most random thing to trigger people? Was Lizzo right for putting out this apology? Never want to promote derogatory language. I have had many hurtful words against me, used against me, and is dedicated to being the change that she wants to see in the world. What do you think? Daffy Duck. Hey, Tom Tom, salute. This is, I mean, I can see both sides of the argument. Oh, let me bring myself back up here. I don't know where I was the whole time. I hope I was on Joey Badass. But who do you think was right there? Was Lizzo right to remove the word from the song? Was she right to apologize? It's a term that is offensive to many people. Joey was right or Joey was wrong? I think if you're a disabled person, you might think differently. Sometimes things only affect you if you are, if you are the person who finds the term offensive. Otherwise, you don't see it in the same way. Was it difficult for her to remove and replace a word? Probably not. Does that mean nobody is affected? And that's a thin line, right? It's a really thin line. If so Joey is right about this generation is too soft, and you second that. I agree. The whole cancel culture thing, he makes a good point in that. He talks about in his teens, in his younger years, before he matured and formed adult opinions, he had some nasty views. A lot of people do. A lot of people, even if your views aren't nasty, you change, you grow, you see things differently. And the amount of things that I've believed in or thought about, or kind of ascribed to over the years that I now kind of balk at is is alarming. But that's what happens. We learn and we grow. So I do think this tendency to dig up people's tweets from 10, 15 years ago can be a slippery slope, especially if we're talking about people who were very young. And the world does change in some respects. What's socially acceptable does change. That doesn't mean somebody did some shit that was socially acceptable 15 years ago, we should, and isn't now, it should just automatically be excused. I'm just saying, it's easy to just kind of put everything in the same basket and make these broad generalizations. I think both of them were kind of right. I agree with both of them. I don't think it harmed Lizzo or anyone else for her to remove that. And I think sometimes people do pander to the Karens, the people on, often you'll have this super offensive issue and there's outrage and all these people are offended, and you look at the people who are offended and it's not the group that are affected. The group, you'll have people saying this is offensive, and it's like, well, does it, to whom? Because the people who you say it should be offensive to, they're jamming to my music. Like they're not offended. They're like, listen, that's not the problem. The problem is over here. That sort of thing. Final word, I think both things can be right. But people, you've got to get rid of your social media. You've got to be prepared to be held accountable for whatever you say in the public realm. Like, I'm someone who speaks a lot to a camera. A lot of stuff I say is recorded. I have to be, and I write daily, could be sued for things that I say. So I definitely have to be held accountable and be responsible about what I say publicly. And I think, that's the world that we live in now. Social media isn't, you communicating with your social circle. It's you putting out public statements on a regular basis. So yeah, be careful. ABK in a fucking bit. Salute, Dub T. A guy, if it's on the internet, it never goes away. That's the thing. Once it's on the internet, you cannot, unless you're sort of Elon Musk with the power of erasing things, or Jack Dorsey, or Zuckerberg, or one of these guys. It's gone. I mean, it's gone as in it's out there. You have no power to control it. Pretty much. Moving on, let me do a little, we haven't watched Moke yet, bear with me just a second. Stop recording.